Hi, this is Donna from Clever Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. So today we are making, actually it's really some embellishments we're making with some doodling to go on our card. So for this we're going to need our doodle embellishment card pack. We're going to use some stickers and some pattern paper. Let's get underway. We're going to start with four 7.5 by 5.5 centimeter card pieces. So these are the ones that we're going to use to make our, they're like little Polaroid looking embellishments for the front of the card. So I'm using a square die for this. So I've got the rectangle shape and I'm using a square die, and this square die is just around about 4.5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. But whatever you've got in your stash is going to work fine. Whatever you think looks fine. Or even you could use a paper trimmer if you wanted to, and if you were good at doing that. Now, for me, I'm going to use my die. I'm just using some masking tape and I'm detacking it a little bit there by just sticking it on my skin and pulling it off. And I am just going to put 2 bits of this tape. I probably detacked that a little bit too much, to hold these 2 pieces of cardstock together. Now this is a lightweight cardstock. I'm using the J Burrows cardstock, the J Burrows 250 GSM that I get from Officeworks. It's actually quite lightweight. I've run that through my die cutting machine. You can see that I've cut the squares out, and now I'm very carefully just removing the masking tape from the back piece, and I am putting the next piece on. Now I've left the die stuck in position. I have left the die stuck in position on the top card. So when I run through the second card and the last card, I will end up with all of the holes in exactly the same place. Now all I'm going to do is just glue 2 of these together and then the other 2 together. So I'm just using our Smart Art glue here, which, as I know I've mentioned before, dries matte. It's quick to dry, but it does give you a little bit of wriggle room. It kind of ticks every box for me, which is why I got it and I use it. So I'm adding just a little bit of that onto one of my frames, and I'll do the same with the other set of 2. So I've end up with 2 frames that are a little bit thicker than normal. All right, so now I've got some of the plain colored pattern paper that comes in the kit. So I've gone with grey. These are 5 centimeters by 5 centimeter squares, and I'm literally going to draw on them. Now, this is where you need to be brave. I just want you to know that I shake a lot. So these are far from tidy. I think I'm going to show you there. Look, I've made a mess, but this is okay. That's the look that we want. So once I've only done that on one of the squares, I've left the other one blank. And now I'm just going to doodle around my frames. The doodling around my frame is, like the small part, and then I'm going to doodle all the way around the outside edge as well. So I will show you that when I complete. I think I'm going to show you this whole one here. I am. And then I do the other one the same. So just going around. This is a 0.1 or a point, anywhere up to a 0.4 fine tip pen, to a felt pen, a fine tip felt pen. This is a 0.1 I find is the best for the doodling. Look at that. That looks fabulous all the way around the edge. It doesn't matter that I'm going wonky, because that's the look we want. And there's the second one that I've done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put some cardboard. You can use double-sided foam tape if you prefer. As we all know, I like the cardboard because I find it more forgiving. And I've just cut some thin strips and I've put that all around the back to raise up my frame. So now I'm going to add the piece of paper. Now I actually make a little bit of a foobar here, but that's okay. I've just put the glue around the frame and then I've put it down the bottom. I actually don't want it down the bottom. I realize that, oops, I don't want that down the bottom at this point, because all I'm concentrating on now is with making my embellishment and to make sure that I have got the cardboard stuck, I beg your pardon, the piece of pattern paper stuck to the cardboard on the back of the frame, the open part of the frame. So you can see how that fits nicely, and I'll do the other one as well. Right, so they're both done. Let's have a look at our little piece of ephemera. So this is a bee that I've stamped and colored and die cut, and now I'm going to decapitate him. Yes, I'm sorry, the bee has to lose his head. Now you can do this with any bugs. So any of the bugs that are in the kit, you should be able to chop off their heads, but I'm choosing to do the bee in this video. And you can see that I'm carefully cutting around him. I mean, you could use 2, could color in 2, but I just wanted to color in 1 because, I'm basically lazy and I've cut his head off. All right, so now that we've got those pieces together, you can see that I've got a wobbler here. Now you will get in your kit, there's a little pack of 5 wobblers, and this wobbler will just fit behind the bee's head. So you can see that I've lined up the bee's body. This is the little Polaroid piece that doesn't have the lines on it, and I have just put my body there so I know where I want it positioned, and then I've positioned and adhered my wobbler, and I'm just going to put my head, well, my bee's head, in position. I can then remove the body and pop some glue on the back of it and put it into place. So it's so cute. It seems mean, but it's cute. Just so you know, if you're using some of the other bugs, just check the size of their heads against the wobbler, because on some of them you need to trim the wobbler down a bit, which you can do. A pair of strong scissors, you can cut bits of the wobbler off, but you'd want to cut off from the solid side, not the side that's got the hole in it of the wobbler. If you've got the wobbler there, you'll know what I'm talking about. Right, so when I've stuck his little body on, I've put it just so the edge is underneath his head so you don't have a gap. And look, there he is. Here's our little bee. All right, so now I'm going to attach my piece of pattern paper that was 14.3 centimeters by 10 centimeters. I'm going to put that on my card base, but before I do that, I'm going to doodle around the edge there too. So I've chopped a bit of that out with the video, but you can see that I've actually gone around twice, and so the lines have overlapped and it looks fabulous. So here I am just going to adhere that to my card base. Now, for any of you who've been watching me for a little while or do my classes, you know I normally like to do this whole layer before I stick it onto the card base, but in this case, I'm sticking it to the card base first because it's quite flimsy when I add my embellishment pieces. All right, so now, lucky for you, I've actually chopped out a lot of the period that I spent actually trying to lay this out. And I've just sped this up with just a little bit of it left in. That's the way I want it. That's where I want them. Yep, I think that's going to work. All right, so I've used some of the leaves of the ephemera that was in the kit, and you can see that I've also stamped and die cut a little worm that I'm also going to add in. So the worm I've just stuck in flat, put the leaf beside it. I did the bee and stuck the leaf on. So whichever way you want it to work, go right ahead, how you want it designed. I've ended up with this sticker, wishing you the best day ever. One of the best parts about these stickers is that they are thicker. They are made here in our studio, and I am just putting, I like to use my awl or my poker tool to help line it up, and I'm just going to stick these stickers up here in the upper right hand corner of my card. But of course you can put them wherever you like, or you could do one of the stamps, one of the stamped greetings that come up with the stamp and die set. Now I can't show you any close-ups of this card because it turns out I gave it away before I took the photos of it, so silly me. But here's the finished card here, and I do have some other examples for you after this video. So if you learned something today, well, I hope you did learn something today and that you enjoyed this video. I really want to thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give us a thumbs up, and of course feel free to subscribe to my channel for more card making inspiration. If you'd like to get your hands on the Bugs Alive Card Makers Kit, if you don't have it already, and it includes the exclusive stamp and die set that I did use today with the bugs on it, just check out our link in the description box below. You'll also find there a link to our Facebook group that you'll see plenty of other creations using these. So until next time, stay safe and happy crafting.